everyone. I just wanted to thank everybody for buying the Black Emanuelle Around the World bundle with all of the crazy merch that we put together. And I also wanted to explain a little bit about the passport that comes in the bundle, because it seems as though a lot of people didn't figure out that all the stickers that come in the box with all your stuff are actually meant to be passport stamps for all the different countries that Emanuelle goes to in the series. So I've already filled mine in because I've seen all the movies, but the idea is that as you watch all the films and you go to the different countries that Emanuelle goes to throughout the series, you enter in the stickers for those countries in your passport. And it even includes a little suspended sticker for when she goes to prison in the pair of movies from the early 80s. But I got the idea for this passport from when I was a kid. I grew up in Winnipeg, Canada, and I was obsessed with the passports that you were given out as part of Folklorama, which was this event that happened every August where there would be different pavilions around the city, like usually different cultural centers and stuff that would host just a bunch of food and entertainment and everything from different cultures, and you would get a passport, and every pavilion that you would go to, you would get a stamp in your passport, and they even had like a shuttle bus that could take you around to the different pavilions. And as a kid, I was a completely picky eater and probably pretty xenophobic about food, and so I didn't really care that much about having all the different food that was at the pavilions, but I was obsessed with collecting the stamps in my passport. And so that idea just sort of stayed with me. As I got older, I realized that, of course, Folklorama got that idea from Expo 67, which is, you know, in Canada and probably around the world, a pretty iconic event, kind of the standard for the best World's Fair that ever happened. So they had a passport.
And if you're inviting everyone needs a passport, an Expo passport.
Your ticket is printed like a passport, because your visit to Expo 67 will be a visit to the world.
And they have to have it stamped to go into each nation. What is more realistic than visiting the French pavilion? Then you have to have it stamped by a French official.
Notre plus grande réussite, le passeport. Aucune autre exposition avant 1967 avait eu un passeport.
And my sort of first attempt to make a passport type thing related to a screening I was doing was back in probably like 2011 or 2012. I was running a little cinema in Montreal called Blue Sunshine, and we had a series of films called the Diabolical Super Criminal series, where we were showing movies like Sexy Cat and Killing and Judex and things. And so I made these kind of cheap little passports at the time, and they would, people could pay a special rate for the whole series, and then they would get these little stickers that they could put in the thing as they saw the movies. And so yeah, but this was just kind of like a practice run for the amazing passport that we made for the Emanuelle bundle, because my colleague Amy Searles just went over and above, because this thing actually looks and feels just like a real passport. It's even got the engraved passport number in the cover, which is the engraved number that's in the passport that Emanuelle receives in Emanuelle in Bangkok in 1976. Her passport gets stolen, and she has to get a new passport. And so they filmed that movie in early 1976, which was a bicentennial year. So that means that Emanuelle would have gotten a new passport in the bicentennial year, which means she would have got a special bicentennial passport that they made for that year. And so we replicated the bicentennial passport pretty much exactly. It's even got the sort of same imprinting of the bell and stuff on the inner pages. So I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. So anyway, I just wanted to let people know that as you are watching the movies, to go through and put your stickers in for the different countries as she goes to them. So that is the purpose of the passport. So thanks, everybody.